Infinity Stone. Don't touch the
down. Girl, use me like far down. If I tell you say I love you, no day for me young girl. Oh young girl, no tell me no. Down.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. May the truth be told. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Got to keep it gangster, cause soon as I let my guards down, they think I'm playing. They start acting like, hold up now. I gotta reach out and touch them and show them something. Can't stop the grind, so you better stop all in front. See, I'm a amateur, I keep on the smile, Joe. When I'm in the rage, I stop the hold coated in the blizzard, my nizzle, you better keep it trill. Back in that gold, keep the curb and that's the deal. Just popping that board, I see you in the game. Just left only by a true and you step the blame. She ain't hold a real gangster back, cause I'm out of second racks. I'm allergic to being broke, that's why I keep the gutter. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. May the truth be told. Air traffic patrol, we coming in for a landing.
We got little Lucas, who Lucas only had 4 fights, and he's beating kids with 20, 30 fights already. And he's only got 4 fights. Matter of fact, the kid he beat last week ranked number 6 in the nation.
This is my year, this is my time. I'm ready to finally take what's mine. This is my world, this is my life. I just wanna feel alive. This is my year, this is my zone. I'm ready to sit upon my throne. This is my blood, sweat and my tears that I gave to get me here. This is my year.
But y'all really want
I'm the retweet, my city love me like Chief way. My city love me like Kiki, dodging coyotes like me, none of these rappers could see me, 2024 I'm running, yeah. Might be my baby, my VP, rest in peace to Five, dog. Any tribe going tribal.
Hit the brakes, no gas. Y'all really want no trouble. You can hate, get mad, but y'all really want no trouble. But y'all really want no trouble.
Indeed. You're in tune to the Focus TV1 network. Focus the magazine live. It's your man's Teflon, the creator Taylor, in the building. My man's 5280 JB. Why don't you say what's up to the people, 5280 JB? Indeed, indeed. Let me get everything situated here. All right, most definitely, most definitely. Yeah, we're here to talk about a pretty serious, I think, a serious topic. But before we get into that, let's talk about a little bit what's been going on with you, JB. What's been going on with the music? What you got coming up? Just kind of update us, bring us up to 2024.
All right. I just released a full album about, probably, I think about July, the end of July, called Too Busy Doing Me. It's 14 songs. Probably about 7 or 8 of them have videos on YouTube right now. And dropped that one. I'm working on another one with the homie Skip Dog from First Platoon Studios. He's making all the beats, and I'm putting out this album. It's called the Slap Shop. Or Chop Shop. That's right, Chop Shop. And it's gonna be a kind of like it's not a compilation, but he's gonna be releasing like I'm doing this first volume, then he's gonna have an artist do the next volume. So he's gonna be like host. It's not like, it's almost like a mixtape, you know what I mean, featuring an artist, but it's gonna be all custom beats made by him. He makes all the beats. So we're linking together. That album's pretty much all recorded. We just gotta do the mix and mastering. That's gonna come out sometime this year, probably towards the end of spring, beginning of summertime. Still just doing some videos, and I got a show coming up. My son's having a birthday party. It's his birthday. He's turning 18, but my son also raps too, so he's also gonna be performing for the first time, because he's been on stage with me, backing me up at some shows, being my background dude and hyping up shit. And so he got the song, me and him got it together. We're gonna perform it, and as well he's gonna have his couple of his other little homies there, a couple other people that he fucks with on the music tip. And got a couple other people, my homie JC Murder, and a couple other people, my rally Dom P. And it's gonna be just like a little family, little event that I'm just throwing for my son. It's gonna be in the daytime because my son's under 21. It's gonna be at 5280 Sports Bar up on 75 Broadway, and that's February 17th at 2 to 7 p.m. So if anyone wants to come check that out, you know what I mean, it's a free show. We're just trying to have some good time, good vibes and some food, and hang out with some good people, and just celebrate. My son's getting a little bit older. He's ready to graduate. I just wanted to do something fun for him for his birthday, and figured putting him on the show would be something, like for his lifetime. He'll always remember that, who put him on his first show. So, and that's about it. Focusing on just this music and just getting my son going with some of his stuff. He records his own stuff, but I have him recording at my spot now, so he could really get down to it. But he don't wait around for nobody. He just does his own thing.
Most definitely. Want to say I had a little music playing in the background. I know I think everybody heard you, but I didn't recognize that the music was playing until I monitored myself. So want to apologize to everybody, but I think you were still coming out loud and clear, because this is happy hour right here. So explicit lyrics. It's gonna be a little drinking, a little smoking. So if kids are watching, they should turn it off about right now. This is the happy hour time. We're gonna be talking about a few things that they might not want to listen to. Like I said, doing a few things that they might not want to see.
They don't want to hear they don't want to be like, oh, that's my mom you're talking about.
That's for real. But, may the truth be heard. That's what it is. So most definitely. So you got it pretty active. 2023 going into 2024 here. You got some things coming up. I see. Like I say, yeah, that's gonna be a thing that your son he gonna remember for a lifetime, and that's just gonna boost things right on off. Even more, because the day after the show, he gonna be ready to go.
Yeah.
He's already ready to go, but after that, that's fire right there. I already know.
Yeah, I got him his own little setup. He got his own little studio, and I got mine. So I'm trying to get him to learn all that shit too.
Yeah, that's what it is. So we got to teach the youth, because that's how we have, that's our future. Right now, future looking a little dim as far as this, what's going on with the youth. But as long as we have individuals like yourself doing things like that, you know, it's going to be somewhat okay. You know,
Yeah.
most definitely, most definitely. But so in the building, 5280 JB, they are the problem. They are the problem. So let's talk a little bit about the little tag you made a few days ago about um, telling the females, instead of worrying about, out there trying to get a man, they should worry about working on their self within, you know, uh, the, with them thinking that, everybody else is the problem, but really they are the problem. Not all of them, not all of them. We ain't gonna say all 100% of them, but it's a high percentage. I hate to say it, it's a high percentage. So give me some input on that that post you put out there and on
No,
social media.
and I ain't speaking on every woman that's looking for love, because it's all good. We all need it. We all need some affection, but I'm really talking about them ones that's like every few months that's like out there like with the new one trying to like match pajamas or make all these like posts about like trying to be not being lonely, and and like you could go down, some of these people. Facebook's been around for a long time. I know I've been on that motherfucker for over 10 years, and Instagram for almost probably 6-7. But you see some of these girls, you've been friends with them for so long, but you see their relationships and you see how many they're going, and like every few months these motherfuckers, some of these bitches be up and motherfucking like just looking for love, or like they're always getting done wrong and dirty. It's like, well, why don't you look at the bigger picture? Maybe you have something to do with it, and you attract a certain kind of person because you only could get a kind of certain person with the bullshit that you be doing. You know what I mean? Though it's like who wants a who wants a welfare recipient with 3 fucking kids with 3 babies' dads? You know what I mean? Though, like on some real shit. Like if somebody's trying to hit that, that's one thing. But like, ain't nobody trying to wife that.
No,
I mean, you don't understand that.
No, and that's like I said, that's a high percentage. It's a real very high percentage these days. Like I say, instead of working on yourself, instead of working on taking care of your kids, getting your kids raised the correct way, like you say, every 3-4 months they're lonely, they're looking for this, they've been done wrong. That was a good one, because I see that a lot also. You've been done wrong.
It's like that. You ain't got to post every relationship. You ain't got to post every man that you're with. You don't even know this motherfucker for after. You know what I mean? You don't even. I feel like you don't even know somebody after about 5-6 years.
Yeah,
you don't even know that real person. You don't know who that person is and what their real intentions. And sometimes you don't never know.
Okay, yeah, because I used to say this right here: you don't know a person till they're dead and gone.
Yeah,
to the last day, because they can do anything, change any kind of way until they not here no more, and then that was them.
Facts.
So
Facts.
yeah, I mean, so far as the women and let's talk about the women and the kids and what the kids are seeing the women do. I mean, what's your input on that?
Oh man, like it's all these you see these little kids on social media singing to these sexy red songs, and the moms being trifling and fucking all thotting it up. And I don't know, it's just like that's like with this next generation. I mean, it's already hard, but they're making it even harder for the next generation to have a fulfilling relationship and somebody that's going to want to take care of them. And like, I mean, everybody's not into that kind of, that kind of that lifestyle and that kind of stuff like that. You know what I mean? Some people, so it's just making it harder for other things. And I was watching something on the news, and they're saying like, I think about 10, 20 years or something, they're saying like 50% of women are going to be all single because like the men don't want to marry them because they're like, we're all just like getting like hip to this. Like a girl don't bring nothing to the table. They don't, you know what I mean? And I'm saying the girls that don't. And just like there's men out there that don't too. So don't.
Right.
I ain't trying to like speak on just him. I was just making one post because, you know what I mean, a couple girls I seen on there, just like I said, same kind of thing. Always with a new man, or always posting somebody, or always like in love, or always like stressing their feelings about. Like, it's just like social media ain't for all that. You know what I mean? If you want to post some little bit of shit, but you know what I mean, you don't have to tell the motherfucker everything. You really don't, because the world, we're watching you. We're taking notes.
No, that's real. I mean, I see it. I see it myself. I mean, and you know, because I'm spread out as far as our platforms are spread out quite a bit. So I mean, I see a lot of that, you know, and I just shake my head. You know, it's really weird to me. So I don't know. It's I mean, they are the problem. Not like I say, not all of them, but it's a high percentage of them. That's the problem. And when you have a problem, you need to work on it to fix it. And do you think they're working on it to fix the problem?
Nah, I mean, I think some of them might grow up and maybe realize it when they get later in life, when they really can't get the kind of man that they wanted, and now they're settling for the dude that they might have passed up years ago. But you know what? Now years ago, that dude don't want them. You know what I mean? Because they're wise about it. But I think a lot of it maturity comes with age. I mean, it really does. Like, really don't. I feel like a lot of people really don't start hitting the actual mature like decision making on certain ends until they're at least in their 40s sometimes, because just running around like, you know.
So that's a male and or female.
Yeah, both. Yeah, I feel like that's both of us. Like, you know what I mean? We're still in, like, you know what I mean? I mean, we still might be doing what we need to do, but we still have some certain kind of mentalities in us that's like, you know what I mean, forcing us to live that way and do those kind of things, to where, like, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be, at this rate we're going, I know there's going to be 60-year-old women doing it, but you don't see a lot of 60-year-old women right now doing it. So it's some kind of something that, like, cuts off with age, saying, hey, I shouldn't be in a skirt on, you know, shaking my ass no more. Hey, I shouldn't be out there like trying to sleep with a bunch of women. You know what I mean? Some of them probably still carry it on, you know what I mean? But, like, I'm just saying, the rate that we're going right now, I could see us, you know, our human race, like, even getting worse with it, just how the kids are getting younger. And, like, you see these little 3-year-olds dancing to, like, these songs, and the parents are the ones putting it on, and the parents are the one recording it, and the parents are the ones uploading it. You know what I mean? So,
oh yeah.
And it's just, it's too much. I'm just glad that, like, my kids are older, because I couldn't imagine walking into my daughter's singing them songs at like 3-4 years old, and the mom trying to, like, get her to sing them and thinking it's cute to, you know what I mean, act like a certain way, or, you know what I mean? Because I see that's stuff that I've seen before personally with people that I know personally. You know what I mean? Having their daughter, you know, cuss and act a certain way, sing certain songs, and it's just it's mind blowing. It actually is.
You say they thinking it's cute. Is it really cute?
Yeah.
I don't think that's cute at all. You know, that's not right. You know, not right at all. Man, that was a lot that you just put on us right there. Most definitely. Watching mom, watching. I mean, so what do you think about, like, the single women, I guess you would say, uh, raising a male, a female, and a male. She has a boy and a girl, uh, and the male is seeing all this stuff, but you know, but he's seeing also all these different males coming into the house, you know, back and forth. And you know, and the female, like I say, like you were saying, she's getting taught the Sexy Reds and all them different artists out there. She getting, you know, the words, the moves, and all that. What do you think the little guy? How do you think he feels?
I feel so he probably hates it, but deep down, but then he's gonna turn around and, you know, he's gonna be that kind of male that, like, he's gonna cater to those kind of women too. You know what I mean? That's gonna like those kind of women. You know what I mean? And probably, I mean, it could have, either or, you know what I mean? Probably, but I see it more being on the kind of that, and they're gonna grow up probably being disrespectful to women, and not seeing somebody when you don't see somebody treating your mom right as a kid, you're more than likely gonna grow up to be treating women like shit your damn self.
Yeah, I mean that's true. So could she be grooming a pimp?
Possibly. I mean, it depends on how that kid, you know what I mean, and the way everything's gone. But yeah, it's possible.
Okay, yeah. I mean that's kind of what I was kind of seeing, in that vision right there that we was putting up. That's and that's a bad thing. So that's affecting our future, the next generation. That's affecting them heavily. So again, they are the problem. Not all of them, but it's a high percentage that and it takes a real man to step up and talk about it. A lot just want to sit back and watch and just laugh at it and kind of go with the flow. But it takes somebody real like yourself to put it out there.
We could also talk about how rap music could also do the same for boys, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's almost not in the same category of like seeing it firsthand, but it's at least hearing it, and it's you know what I mean? That's some people don't want to start being a gang member until they start hearing rap music. Some people don't want to be, you know what I mean, coming at women a certain way until they hear this. Or not everyone's like that, but rap music's it probably influences kids more than anything. I remember when I was a kid, the first tape I had that was a rap tape was DJ Quick. Quick is the name, in like 1991. And that CD or tape, it had the worst songs on it. The worst song. I mean, like, you know what I mean? As a kid, I'm like laughing, and like my mom was hearing this shit, and she was like, "What the fuck are you listening to?" And
yeah,
you know what I mean? And like, so I could imagine, and that kind of molded me into like me being like, oh, okay, I like this kind of shit, or I like, you know what I mean? And it went from listening to like New Edition and that kind of shit to listen to rap to like, you know what I mean, going this way. Then next thing you know, I'm hanging out with gang members, and next thing you know, I'm in a gang, and next thing you know, I'm doing this, and I'm locked up, and I mean, it's something. It could work. It works like that too. I mean, sometimes in some ways, we got a lot of bad influences on our youth, and some fall victim to it worse than other people.
Right. So do you think that rock and maybe country music influences the same?
Oh, hell no. I don't feel like anybody like goes and puts some country music on and goes and does a drive-by, or goes and sells some dope, or I mean, you know what I mean, goes and pulls up on somebody listening to some George Strait or somebody, you know what I mean, or Reba McEntire, I mean, or listen to some Ozzy Osbourne, you know what I mean? I'm sure they're like that probably influenced another kind of thing. I might be out of my lane, but you know what I mean, probably influenced some kind of rock shit, maybe beating their wife or something. I don't know, but
no, we keeping it real now. That's real.
As long as I don't feel like it's like, but who knows in the 70s, because I feel like maybe I wasn't there, but you could see how if you watch any kind of movie or TV show, you see how like rock was influencing drug usage and kind of like it went that way. So I think every generation has something like that, you know what I mean? And now our generation has, I feel like but rap's been from the 90s to the 2000s to the 2010s to the 2020s, where it's dominating, taking over the world.
Yeah, I see something. I hear you on that one, because I mean, what I'm busy what the visual that I have now is like, rock is the drug thing and rap is the violence.
Yeah. I feel that too. I feel that. Yes. Yeah.
So what do country music fall in? That's just drinking and stuff like that. Drinking, sitting back.
Yeah, I know a couple alcoholics that listen to country.
So yeah, I mean, And then we can go back to what we were kind of you were kind of talking about with the rap with the music and the dancing and the singing of lyrics and all that. As far as just the rock music, they have some touchy, somewhat, but it ain't too fly. But it's kind of they have some touchy. The country is more on the rap end. It's not violent, but they have some stuff out there that it's not. But it's like you say, it's nothing like the rap though. It's nothing teaching them the nose more than the rap is teaching them the nose.
There's
And
rap songs out there that'll teach you how to cook crack. You know what I
you
mean?
know,
if you need to learn how to cook crack, there's a handful of songs that you can put on. I'll tell you the exact way. Pretty sure Ghetto Dope says it.
so do you think the mothers let the kids listen to that type of music more than the fathers?
I don't know, bro, because I think it's just our generation. A lot of the people that I know that the parents are listening, like my age and younger or a little older, they're listening to that music themselves.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean that's true. That's true. But are they teaching? I mean, they're pretty much teaching the kids. As far as the father, I feel like the father is going to be more up on it on kind of they both listening to it, but letting them know that that's really not right. This is what's saying. This is what's said. Not all of them, but you have a few. But this is not right. You shouldn't really you listen to it, but don't repeat it.
Yeah, yeah. My son loves Juice World and XXX or whatever his name is, and he was
Yeah,
into them before they died. But I had to have a talk with him about Juice World because I listen to bro's music sometimes, and it's pretty fucking depressing. And he's
yeah,
talking about a lot of drug usage, and I had to talk with him about that, his music and just drug uses in general because of that. Because like, you know what I mean? I just know how like, bro, I never took ecstasy before until I was listening to rap music, and rap music made me want to take it, like thought it was okay.
oh
Like I
really?
always thought, yeah, I always thought it was like a party drug or whatever it was like or whatever. And I never was until like I seen Mac Dre and other like hood motherfuckers taking it in like this DVD called Trill TV, and I started learning like, okay, hood motherfuckers do take it. I always thought it was just like fools at raves took it, you know what I mean, or something like I don't know. So when I seen that hood motherfuckers took it, I was like, okay, I'll try that. Same with lean. I wanted
Mhm.
to try that because of rap music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And so I had to have that talk with him, like, hey, bro, like, don't be like trying to think like popping pills and shit's cool and shit like that because your favorite rapper, I was like, look where he's at now anyway. So he
yeah,
says no, but I just had to, yeah, that I had to at least say it, or you know what I mean. So
yeah. No, this is real. This is this is some real talk. As far as just that where music can actually lead you to. As far as just so rap is kind of dosed with a little bit of drug usage and violence.
yeah,
So it's got a little bit of both worlds off in there.
yeah,
Man,
and
not all rap, but it just like you say, it's the day, it's the time, signs of this, it's these days,
yeah,
it's what's going on, that's just how you stay alive, survive in the game, basically. You kind of got to go that route. So far as the women and the dress and them letting their daughters wear the same thing that they wear to the club and stuff like that. What's your input on that?
oh man, yeah, I don't think that's right at all, and I feel like that's more probably in a household where there ain't a father that's gonna be putting that down because I don't think the majority of men ain't gonna be letting their kid wear no shit like that, and I feel like that happens when there's not a father in the house.
Yeah, and the reason why it's always I don't have a man because of the man. The
Yeah,
man is not in the house because it was his fault. but really, you are the problem.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, and it leads up to all these, a few of these little steps that we were talking about. Maybe he wasn't feeling that, and he wanted to change things around. I mean, he wanted to see another vision. He had another vision. It's like you have a nice looking female, she real nice to look at, but what else? What else do you have to offer other than your
yeah,
looks? I mean, because that can change. That can change within a car wreck or anything. Within age, stuff
yeah,
like that. So,
definitely.
and a lot of them are stuck on them looks. Looks are great, but what else do you have to offer other than the looks? That's the question.
Yeah, yeah.
And on the percentage end, what percentage do you think that as far as the females have actually really something to offer? As far as just a future.
I think there's a good, probably, good 50, 60% out there, but I'm sure those are the ones that aren't in our friend groups and other things that we're unaware of ourselves personally. Probably, I feel like my friend list is not. I have over 4,000 followers on Facebook, and I don't know hardly any of them, but they're all the same kind of people. If you know what I'm saying, if you get my,
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's a good amount of them. It's just, and I don't know how far this leaks over. Is like, are there rock women that listen to rock bands that are like teasing their hair real high and getting their daughters like with some Aquanet and taking them to the concerts and doing the same thing as rap, or is it just a rap thing like kind of too? So, what I mean? I don't know if it's just basically in our kind of community, you know what I mean? In our basically,
Yeah.
you say, I guess the rap hip hop community, R&B, this generation, I guess, like this. I mean,
Because they don't let that out like that. We don't see
yeah,
that. It's there, probably, kind of, sort of. It's there, but we don't see that. They don't let that out.
yeah.
Like you say, it's all on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. We letting it out. They letting it out.
Life imitates art. So people out here, we're going to imitate what we see on TV, what we see on movies, what we see our favorite artists do. Like I was saying earlier, and that's how that's how styles get out. You know what I mean? That's how, like, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't, back in the day, you didn't know something was cool until you see like somebody else wearing it, or somebody famous wearing it, or it's something in a movie, or some kind of slang you heard on a tape. Now you're saying it, and it's like that's how we got around. And now it's just like, now it's the internet, so it's like we don't have to wait for movies. We don't have, like, it's in our face all day, every day, and it's always this, and it's, you know what I mean? And it's just like it's the internet. It's just like it's deep down. It's a good thing, but it's like a horrible thing too at the same time.
Yeah, no, for real. It helps us, but it really hurts us because we don't really use it the way that we really need to use it.
Yeah,
And they know that, and they're making sure that everybody's on the internet. Uh, yeah, it's most definitely affecting, especially the youth.
yeah.
It's hitting them pretty hard on that end. Most definitely. So most definitely, say they are the problem. And I know, you probably, some of the posts that you post out there about things like that, you get a little feedback. Is that correct? Do you get any pushback, or or you get the thumbs up, the smiles?
Usually get a couple thumbs up, couple smiles, couple laughs, and I'll get a couple of the wows from a couple of the girls that I know, and it's just like I ain't talking about baby girl. I ain't talking about you, baby girl. I ain't seen you in a relationship for years. So, but no, I mean, and it's just I mean, maybe if it's a shoe fit kind of wear kind of thing on that end
Yeah,
anyway, but it was just, judged on like a couple of the girls that I see. That's just like, you could see it. You probably could think of 3-4 girls on your friends list right now that do the same thing, like every few days, talking about, wish they had somebody to cuddle with. It's cuddle weather. You know, I wish I had somebody to match pajamas with.
What is that about?
And yeah,
what is that about?
But then you go in their comments and you see all kinds of thirsty ass motherfuckers like hitting them up. You know what I mean? And they're like, you know,
they get mad at that.
Yeah, then it's just like and I don't know, like, so I don't know if they're just doing it for attention, if they're just doing it for, you know what I mean? Some really have those feelings, some are just looking for, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what a person's you know, intentions are at the end of the day. I'm sure everyone has different intentions. And so
most definitely. That's a good thought right there. We're gonna pause for a second, go to commercial break. Are they doing it for attention? We'll be right back.
Calm down. Yo, this your body, it puts in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom. If I tell you, say I love you, no day for me, young girl, oh young girl. No, tell me, no, oh, calm down.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. May the truth be told. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Got to keep it gangster, cause soon as I let my guards down, they think I'm playing. They start acting like a hold up now. I gotta reach out and touch them and show them something. Can't stop the grind, so you better stop all in front now. See, I'm a amateur, I keep them smiling Joe when I'm in the rage. I stop the hold coated in the blizzard, my nizzle, you better keep it real. Back of that gold, the curb and that's the deal. Just popping that boot, switch you on the game. Just let me by a true and you step with blame. She ain't hold, I'm a real gangster back, cause I'm out stacking racks. I'm allergic to being broke, that's why I keep the gutter. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. May the truth be told. Welcome to the 5th annual New Year's Eve Bash 2023 into 2024. Powered by Focuz Media. Let's get it. Coming at ya
on the Focuz TV 1 network.
The intro, let's talk. What went on in 2023?
That's right.
Sports Talk ENT1.
That's right.
With Coach David Mingo. Jay Wright, the musical poet, in the building.
That's right.
Music mix-up, intermission, Lover Boy Lou, the 5th annual New Year's Eve Bash, 2023 into 2024, hosted by your man, Teflon, the creative Cigar.
We kicking in the dough to 2024. We kicking in the dough to 2024. We kicking in the dough to 2024. Kicking in the dough to 2024. We kicking in the dough to 2024. Kicking in the dough to 2024. We kicking in the dough to 2024. That's right. Indeed. You're in tune to the Focuz TV 1 network. Focuz the magazine live. Sorry about that. It's a little happy hour, like I say. In the building, live in the building. My man's 5280 JB.
What up?
About most definitely, we're talking about the females. Not all females, but a high percentage of them. Thinking that someone else is the problem when they are the problem. Most definitely, most definitely. So what about uh, you have to have a car, have to have a job, uh, got to have your own place. You know, basically, you got to be doing things independent, and that's what they want. But a lot of them are not doing what they want. They don't have a car. They don't have a job. You know, they're living at home or with a roommate. You know, totally unindependent at all.
Not financially stable.
Yeah.
You know what I
Not,
mean? Just
oh, they're looking for someone to pay for them, you know. Not for the kids. That's another thing that I see too. I mean, women, take care of your kids. Stop, put the kids in front of yourself. Stop putting yourself in front of the kids. You know,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. They want the money to go to them, not to, they not trying to help the kid. You know, I mean, so that whole little situation, that whole little thought process that they have. What's your input on that?
What's that? On which one? On what?
On far as just their thought on you got to have this, you got to have that, you got to this,
Oh
that,
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They don't have none of the above.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand a person, a person that's like, depending on your age, you know what I mean? You shouldn't be expected to have, you know what I mean, everything at such a young age. Maybe at 21, 22, 23 years old, you know what I mean? Maybe older like that. But yeah, like all these girls out the gate, you know what I mean, want somebody to have, you know what I mean, not only just a job, but a super good job. Not just a car, but a super nice car. You know what I mean? Not just, you know what I mean? Not just a little bit of money, but a lot of money, all this kind of stuff. And like we were saying earlier, and half of them ain't even financially stable. Half of them are still working a MIC job, making minimum wage, you know what I mean, in their 30s. And you know what I mean, though? And I ain't knocking nobody, out there getting their bread by far at all, but it's just like, don't put your expectations higher than what, you know what I mean, you could reach yourself, you know what I mean, in life. You know what I mean? Understand you gotta, set your expectations to want something better in life like that. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It is better, to try to grow with somebody, like that. And, if it don't work, it don't work. In that situation like that. But you know what I mean? Not everybody's gonna just be out the gate, you know what I mean? Like ready to, put you in a house and a brand new car and all that. And you know what I mean? So it's just a trip because, like I said, majority of them aren't even financially stable, but they want the world themselves. And like earlier, it goes back to, like I said, that might play when you're just trying to hit it and quit it, but that ain't playing in the long run when you're trying to like keep a man to stay. You know what I mean? Though, like you got to bring something to the table. Like us men, we want a woman that's gonna, you know, pay for half, not for half the dinner, but you know what I mean. If we're going to go in on a house where we're going in on a $3,000 house, not we're not somebody's paying a $2,000 rent on some little piece of shit shack by themselves. You know what I mean? But you get together and you put together, your money, and you get you combine, and it goes further, and you get together, and that should be the actual goal in the long run. You know what I mean? Expectation. You know what I mean?
That
But
that should be the expectation. So what's the percentage of them out there do you think that actually want that right there, that package right there, something for the future, not nothing for the for now,
yeah,
or
yeah.
of the
Trying to
past.
build. So I'm saying probably get 25-30% maybe if you're lucky. Probably. I mean, I'm not too good at math, but but
That's a
yeah,
low. That's a low percentage too.
yeah, yeah.
You
So
know that I
um,
mean, and like I say, it takes a real one to speak up and spit them type of numbers, or even talk about that type of thing. Because you gonna get feedback. But it is what it is. Man, the truth got to be heard. Truth must be told.
yeah.
That's most definitely not saying no names. We're not saying nobody's names or anything like that. But like you were saying, the shoe fits, or it was a song back in the day. You're so vain, you know. So if you think that we're talking about you, or some of the posters are about you, that's a good question. You ought to think about that before you reply. On the negative end, you ought to think about their response.
Definitely.
You know, look in the mirror, not just to look in the mirror. Really look in the mirror. Take a within look in the mirror. And I mean, how many of you think that actually look in the mirror, look at themselves, look at their self image, and say, man, I actually maybe I need to change something. Maybe I do.
I mean, there's probably a lot of them that see that, but they don't even know where to begin to even start to change.
So
Probably.
when do you think a man is ready for that next level, as far as just that the future?
I mean, I don't think there's any set number. It's all based on that man when he's matured enough. I think some people don't ever want that. I don't think, you know what I mean. But some people, it took me to get into my 40s to finally, you know what I mean, understand like what what I kind of wanted, or what I expected in a woman. Because yeah, it's just I did a lot of dating. I raised two sons by myself. I was a single dad of two boys, and from two different babies' moms. So I just knew what I wanted in the next relationship that I didn't have in the past two, and I just, you know what I mean, and I didn't have high expectations, but I had expectations like I want a girl to have her own, you know what I mean, her own car, her own house, her own job, her own bank account, her own money, her own mind, her own, like all that kind of like you deal with some of these like chicks out here, like they're just like, you know what I mean,
Your
like
own mind. That was pretty deep. Your own mind. That
yeah,
is pretty. That's a deep one right there, man. That's a thought right there. I never. That's it's on certain situations, like far as just the what word am I looking for? The pimp, and the hoe or whatever. So that I can see that not having, they're not having their own mind. So man, that just are they on that type of mentality right there that they really can't think for themselves?
not all of them, but some of them, you know what I mean. That's the kind of chick that like basically you ask the chick, where do you want to eat? I don't know. What movie you want to see? What do you want to watch? I don't know. Where you want? I don't know. I don't know. Like leave it up to the
Wow.
man to make all the decisions in life. You know what I mean? I want to, you know what I mean? I need a girl that's you know what I mean, equally as smart as me. That's gonna like, hey, this is where we're going on vacation this year. Hey, I got this. This is a place that we go over here for dinner. Not just like, I don't know. I've dealt with some people in the past that's just like, I don't know, on some old fucking just like don't know what the fuck's going on with life kind of shit. I don't know, that maybe they didn't get shown fucking the world or something like that. So, and it's not necessarily like I need somebody that's gonna be able to like show me like classy places or nothing like that. But I just want somebody else that's like, gonna let me into their world the way I let people into my world, to show them what I like, or where I like to go, or what kind of music I like to listen to, or kind of music movies I like to watch, or you just that kind of thing. Because you get some of these girls that are just like, they'll listen to what you're listening to, they'll watch what you want to watch, they'll go where you want to go, and there's
Man,
nothing else to it.
where the leash at?
You know what I mean? And it's just like, man, I want somebody to come home and tell me what we're having for dinner, what we're making for dinner, not that what I gotta go make for, you know what I mean, figure out what we're gonna have for dinner. Just small shit like that, you know what I mean? And that's just me personally, but you know what I mean? But I knew like that was a part of, like I was saying with the other stuff, I just needed somebody with a house, a decent job, you know what I mean? A decent head on their shoulders, you know what I mean? A car, just, you know what I mean, like that. And you know what I mean? And that's that. So I just knew from the previous relationships that what route I wanted to go this time, if I was going to go that way. You know what I mean?
Most definitely them I don't know broads. So that low percentage, I wonder, are they hiding up under a bridge or something, or because do you find, okay, it's a question that we talked about a while back. So do you find that right one in the club, at a library, in a gym, at a grocery store, in a mall, at church? Where are they at?
Oof. Well, I don't know if you're gonna find a girl you're gonna wife in the club, unless you're like a club person yourself. I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of situations where a girl goes in there. She's not usually a drinker, a guy. I mean, yeah, I mean, but the majority of them, you ain't gonna find a girl there. Church, possibly. I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. My uncle, he got out of prison. He did over 25 years, and he was going to church, and he found a woman in prison, or a woman in church, and he married her, and they made a life together, bought a couple houses, and all kind, like, you know what I mean. So it could happen. I've seen it happen. So, but you have to be into that. You can't be faking the funk, just going to the church for looking for women. You know what I mean? When you're, you know what I mean, possibly the grocery store, possibly somewhere else, but like I think you need to really get out there and talk to somebody, and not find them online.
Okay, we're gonna go to the other ones, but at church, let's stop at the church. As far as just how the females dress these days, it ain't like back in the days where they really dressed up. They're actually wearing the clothes that they wear to the club, to church.
Oh yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame.
And the kids are seeing this. The kids are dressing like this. The kids are dressing like that going to school because of the mother. Do you see the father doing that? Or do you see the male doing that, dressing that type of way or whatever? No, they showing a more stronger image. They're showing a better image, but we are the ones that's always getting put down. Again, we're not the problem.
Right.
Proving so many, a lot of points that we're not the problem. Just, and it's many more. But these are proven points. Will they ever listen? Probably not. They actually been the man's downfall. I hate to say it, basically since day one. And some of us have to realize that right there, and some of I don't know if that's going to ever happen, because a lot of them are afraid to step up and say something, to say, no, I don't like what you have on. You need to go and change, things like that. They just allow it. Shouldn't let our kids watch that or whatever. Just especially the clothing and the kids, or just the clothing and the female period. Some of their clothing just shouldn't be worn. I can understand in maybe places like Florida or places where it's real hot. It's actually certain places that certain clothing should be worn. And they just took that a little bit too far, I think, myself. Maybe that's just the age, maybe the younger like that type of stuff, but they'll one day realize also that that's not what it is. They go back to what I was saying. You're cool to look at, but what else do you offer?
Yeah, definitely.
So okay, before we went to break, it was a little thing that I had on my mind. Why are they doing this? Why do they wear what they wear? Is it for attention, or what? Why do they put on all, just do the certain things that they do? Is it for the attention?
It's definitely for the attention. It's for the likes. It's for all kinds of, on the internet and all that. But also, it's like what I said before. It's this culture. It's what they tell us to wear through these videos, through these movies, through our stars. Our favorite artists are telling us what they want to wear. So they're our biggest influences. If all these people were walking around with like flower pots in their head and they all did it, a majority of these people around here would be doing the same shit. It's whatever they're doing is what we're doing out here. That's what I feel like. That's where it really starts. But when they're actually turn around, but they're doing it for their own attention. Now you'll get all kinds of likes. You'll get all kinds of. I seen this artist on Facebook. She was a girl. She's really cute. She said, "I'm dropping my new single. Check it out." And I said, "Well, where's this playing at?" I went and checked it out, and it wasn't the best song. It wasn't the worst, but it was by far. But you should see the love that this chick got, and it was all on her the main post. I'm sure I think she got over 1,000 likes, but it was all because she was hot. Like, people don't care how she sounded. They're, you know what I mean, though? They're just like showing it, you know, showing that, you know what I mean? But also she's one of those girls on there that's posting hot ass pics every few things like that. So it's like,
yeah,
you know,
the age of the influencers.
Yes.
You know, like you were saying back in the day, it wasn't none of that. You know, you had to know somebody to know somebody, you know, to make the moves and stuff like that. It wasn't nobody out there. You either had the talent or you really didn't. You wasn't using really the looks, the influence, you know, taking off all your clothing and everything else just to sell this album that you're working on. So, you know, everybody gonna go check it out because they seeing all this. So they a fan now. They following you just because of what you portraying. So the ones that do all that, are they really like that, or is that just some fairy tale type of stuff that they got going on?
I think some of them are. Some of them probably got, you know, talked into it. Like, hey, you got to be like. I'm sure, just like that's what we've always heard growing up. We've always heard about the record labels like telling the girl to, you know, we need you to get sexier. We need you to do this. We've seen it in movies. We heard it on, you know what I mean? So that's already been in our heads. But I could see that really happening even more to the day. There's probably some girls that come in there like, I'm already like with the shit. Then there's some chicks that are like, I'm going to be different. I'm going to be, and they're going to be like, hey, check it out. Well, your shit ain't selling. We're ready to drop you. And if you don't do this, you're going to be back at home. And next thing you know, the girl's wearing a mini skirt and showing her butt cheeks. You know what I mean, though? So
they got to be what they say, the bad bitch. She got to be the bad bitch. If she's not that, she's not going to be that.
Like, you can name one rapper that like one female rapper that doesn't portray this kind of, that don't talk about her pussy. The only one that comes to my mind, it might be that Snow the Product. I don't even know her music enough, though.
Yeah, that is a good question because I really haven't heard her talk about anything like that. But that's really questionable because that's questionable. So
yeah,
we'll just leave it there. And yeah, I don't know. That's a good question too, you know. But
regardless, a lot of the female artists, that's their main topic, is their body, their you know what I mean, that kind of shit like that. So you know
that is true.
All the real artists that don't, but you know what I mean. So
oh yeah. Now I mean, it's like I say, it's a high percentage, not all of them. I mean, especially the older artists. There's not many of new artists that's not doing it, but a lot of the older artists, you know, I mean, I got to go kind of back in the days to an MC Light and individuals like that, you know.
But they're not. I'm talking about the rap, this new generation of rappers. I'm not talking about like Queen Latifah and Light and you know, all those rappers that you know what I mean, though, and like, you know, even like Lauryn Hill, you know what I mean. So, or Missy Elliott, you know what I mean? So I know there's a lot of rappers that didn't before. I was mainly just referencing to a handful of these rappers that are the famous rappers that we see, the Megan Thee Stallion, the Cardi B, the, you know, Nicki Minaj, you know what I mean? Those you know what I mean? Iggy Azalea, these kind of rapper chicks that are, you know what I mean, that their main thing is their body, and that sells their thing, and that what they talk about is highly sexual. You know, that's the ones I was talking about. So yeah, I'm not knocking everybody. I was just, you know what I mean, talking about those handfuls that's, you know what I mean, those are the kind of probably ones that are already with it or going in. But you know what I mean? What's, you know, I guess they got the sex, and you know, guys got the drugs and the guns and the violence.
So
So
do you think that's what the record label want? Is that how they that is that
yeah,
what sells? I mean,
definitely. I'm a part of this. I'm a part of the whole, like, they're like, you know what I mean? They're they they support. I feel like they support rap music being violent, talking about what it does, because it puts people in prison, and it puts those prison dollars, you know what I mean, in these politicians' pockets and these other people's pockets. And a lot of these are privately owned prisons. And just, I mean, I think it's on that kind of tip. And the sexual is just, I mean, probably just on another end of just, another end of, I don't know, making money or whatever, or traffic. I don't know. Like, maybe I don't know where that gets in, but I believe a lot of the violence and a lot of the drugs that are talked about in the rap nowadays, and a lot of the high profile, rap, even like the Little Babies and the, Gucci Manes and those kind of, you know what I mean, Young Thug, and that's the main topics. And I think that fuels the violence and the drugs on the streets, and that fuels the people in prison.
yes. I mean, actually, I didn't heard that before. So I mean, you are correct on that, and that's what the record labels want. That's the type of artist that they go after, and that's who they really want to promote. You know,
Yes,
because they know promoting them, pushing them is gonna affect the communities, which is gonna put money in their pockets, because individuals are gonna do the wrong thing, because a lot of the stuff is just talking is leading them the wrong way. And I mean, it takes a pretty strong person, or it takes a strong mother, a strong father, to tell the youth, lead them the right way, what's wrong, what not to listen to. You really shouldn't listen to that, or what to listen to. And it takes a strong minded person, period, to not go and act on what they listening to.
definitely on both ends.
Yeah, I mean, so I mean, it's an issue in which, we never can't stop the music. It's not gonna stop. But I mean, and it's probably gonna get worse, before it get better,
Yeah,
but it's pretty much here into the end of the world, rap, and it has changed drastically throughout the years. And like you say, a lot of the female rappers, that's all it's about now, is yeah, it's like uh want to really hear you rap or see you rap. I don't want to see you turned around and everything and all this other type of stuff. What do you look like? I don't want to see the back of you. I want to see the front of you. I want to see what you want to hear, some skills.
yeah. I
You
want to
know?
hear how hard you had it growing up, or I want to hear about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Possibly the abortion that you had, that you know what I mean? You went in there, and you and your boyfriend went in there holding hands, and you cried on the way in there. And I mean, there's shit you could be talking about that's real. Like, there's never been an artist out there. There's never been a woman Tupac. There's never been a woman that you could listen to that's been like the female Tupac. And when that chick comes out, she's going to be huge. There's going to be a chick one day, possibly, that's going to come out and talk about all those issues, talk about, you know what I mean? The issues, like the female perspective of how Tupac, and, like, you know what I mean? And possibly, be start over on some other kind of, stuff like that, but there's never been an artist that we could ever compare. I feel like, on the female tip, that's ever touched on those kind of subjects ever, really.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Y'all listen up. That could be the next one on top right there, coming with them type of issues, because y'all say y'all have them. Y'all say they're there, and y'all not the problem. So let's hear about the problems, hear about the issues, instead of hearing, seeing and hearing about everything else. And like you were saying, it's what the record label want, is what the record label want to put out there, but it's so easy through social media and everything else to actually put your own product out there,
Yeah.
and push your own product the way you want to push it.
Yep.
Real easy. They have made it easy, and they're making it even easier as time goes. But it's extremely easy. I mean, it started with Soldier Boy, I do believe. So he kicked it off, and here we have it now. From what was that? Uh, uh, MySpace. It's from MySpace to what we have now, from the Facebook to the TikToks to the YouTubes to, I mean, it's so to the Kicks. It's so many to the Riddicks. There's so many different platforms out there that you can just, and that's audio and video. I didn't really name nothing audio. I mean video. I mean audio, but it's so much. It's so many platforms out there that you can get out there and you can do your own thing and you can make a difference. Don't follow the leader. Don't be the problem. Be the problem solver. That's and that's what we gotta see. I mean that goes on both sides, but mainly with the females, because like you say, that's all we basically seeing. It's really no different ones that's coming out. You got to do this and you got to do that, and most of them don't have any talent. They're not really talking about anything. It's just I mean, say for instance, like you were saying about like the sexy red. I mean, that's like I don't know. I don't understand that. I catch a few other ones, but that one I can't catch.
Yeah, me neither. I don't.
And
Yeah,
she's
I don't go out of my way and say I don't like. Yeah, that's one I really don't like. Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, and she's hot. She's out there as far as hot selling. She's her name is out, but she's telling you in the title. Sexy. It's sex sales. I guess that's what it is. That's basically all. That's all I kind of see. As far as that, but other than just skills and anything like that or whatever, I'm not seeing it. Show performance, I'm not seeing it. I didn't check out a few things on YouTube and everything else, but I'm not seeing it because I was wondering what's the big deal.
yeah. I've never been grossed out until I heard one of her lyrics. At a rap, I've been listening to rap for damn near 30 years, and I've never been actually grossed out by an actual rap lyric until she said something about her something green and hers clear. I don't even want to repeat it on here, but it was super disgusting, and it's just like I could just imagine a little 9-year-old girl like rapping these lyrics.
Oh yeah, that's for real. That's for real. That is the issue. That's the issue, and it's just that's growing. It's growing. No matter how many labels you put on there, like they're playing it on the radio. It's still the stuff that they really need to play on the radio. They playing that on the radio. Not really editing it out, nothing like that. Or it goes so far where you can figure out what they're saying.
Yeah. Or just the video alone. The videos nowadays the videos are uncensored. The majority of them.
That's so like an X-rated movie.
Video or just, what I mean, with reels, all kinds of stuff. You'll see reels of these kind of like little clips. You know what I mean? I think I've seen that on a reel actually, and so they'll catch it with the way the internet is. You could see it. You'll end up seeing it without having to see it sometimes with this, and or just you know what I mean, or just know who a person is, and now you're looking it up. And the way these kids are, most of them have phones at 9-10 years old. They got their own like little you know what I mean. So,
oh yeah. Most definitely, they sticking them in the hands, and there you go. The percentage of single dads. Think that's a high percentage?
Yeah.
That's a high percentage because of the no good women, or what do you think the reason? Maybe the reason is on that right there.
I don't know. Some of these guys just They know they're the provider, and what do they need this woman for to just spend their money? They're the ones that are usually more sound in their minds and know, you know what I mean. They might A mother might be a little better on the mother things, knitting and doing all this, but I feel like the father's usually the provider anyway. So why not like take care of the kids and do what they got to do? And it's just um, I just think if you're in a more financial situation as a man, why would you give your kids to a woman or let the woman take them? Now you're paying them, which is still fine, but then they're still like not living that the best of a life, the life they could have been living with you. That's not fair to these children. It's not about like, you know what I mean, a thing for the man and the woman. It's where's these kids gonna live the best life? And if it was with the woman, let them go with the woman too, like, because some situations are different too. But that's where a lot of these men are wising up and realizing like these kids are going to live a better life with me, and I can provide this life better for them than their mother. And they usually see somebody like me. I seen my uncle Greg like raise his daughters, then I seen one of my friends, Smugs, raise his daughters like as a single parent, and I like that was before. And I seen a couple strong men that I knew like do it, and I knew that I could do it myself. And you know what I mean, that's why I did it too. Like, you know what I mean, I've seen it done, and I wasn't like the only one, and you know what I mean, like that. And I just think, like I said, we're just wising up and realizing.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, you know, just to kind of all sum it up, you know, like you were saying, like, it was said, you raggedy hoes, get y'all stuff right. Instead of worrying about getting a man, get yourself right. You know what I mean? Not all of them are raggedy, but we have a lot of rags out there nationwide. Hate to
Yeah.
say it, you know. So they get offended when you use them type of words. But like you say, if the shoe fits,
Yeah,
you
and if
know,
you don't, just walk on.
there you go right there. They say just voicing your opinion. That's what social media is out there for. Um, but as far as just every time you see flipping through social media, flipping through your pages, how many times do you see that female twerking, or like you say, her and her daughter, or the family or whatever, mostly the mother and daughter singing these songs of the sexy reds and all that type of stuff. I mean, is that often, or just now and then, every now and then?
I mean, I didn't see the video. I mean, I didn't see I see these videos of some of these posts, but the one video I'm referencing, I seen that video. That was just on social media somewhere else, not from somebody I actually knew. The one where the little kids were singing their sexy red song. But the other shit I seen from live action, but that one I didn't. But you know what I mean? It's every few days, you know what I mean? Even with the post for attention, or even, you know what I mean, the clothes, or the cleavage shots, or the just all that. You know what I mean? It's put out there more than that. You know what I mean? Like, if that's all you got to offer, we see that shit. You know what I mean? And we see what worth it is. You know what I mean? Just like how a woman has a worth for a man. Like, oh, I want a man to do, like, we have the same kind of like look at a chick and be like, this chick ain't shit, but she's good enough to get, you know what I mean? And that's about it. And we make that decision probably like right away, like within like, we could probably see that on the profile. We don't even have to
Right.
meet this person in real life, and we already have that about somebody, just from how they post and what they post and how they present themselves, and how they you know what I mean, just the pictures they take, and how they talk, and how they just interact with you, just all that. And you see it. Oh, you're friends with some of these people that you don't know for years, and you just like, you know what I mean, you almost like learn these people, who they are and what kind of person they are, you know what I mean, just by this post. And a lot of people post this fake shit, but like through a pic and through other shit, you know what I mean, that ain't never gonna lie, you know what I mean? So
Man, so you know what I'm saying? The raggedy ones out there, clean it up. Got to clean it up. Got to clean up the social media. Got to clean all that up. just from the pic, just from the
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media pic.
Because you're
Man,
being
that's deep.
judged.
That's deep. That's real deep. So posting the pics and all that, got to clean them up. I mean, actually, I mean, if you want to post a pic, post a real pic. Don't post nothing this so X-rated. Yeah, and like you say, kids are seeing this. Everybody's seeing this. And what do you have to offer other than the looks, the body parts? What's for the future? What's happening in the future? That's what is kind of coming to for a lot of us. You know, like you say, it takes time within age, but that's what it's coming to. They just got to pick it up and like I say, straighten up them rags and stop being raggedy. You know that it's over with. That's over with. Most definitely, most definitely. So, do you have anybody to shout out to before we get out of here?
Just my son, OGD. That's that original goon Dom, and Mother Rally Dom P. You know what I mean? And that's about it. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys having me on and chopping it up.
Most definitely, most definitely. Like I say, this is the happy hour. Uh, unscripted happy hour. Basically, we're just kind of talking about you raggedy ones. You know what I mean? But we're gonna go on ahead and like I say, it's uncut. It's what it is. You raggedy hoes. We talking about you raggedy hoes out there that need to straighten up your ways. Instead of looking, let's get yourself together. That's it.
Mm.
Most definitely, most definitely. So tell us again where's that show, and tell us a little bit more about that show again.
It's gonna be February 17th. It's a Saturday. It's gonna be a day show from 2 to 7 at a club 5280. Yeah, 5280 Sports Bar, 7575 Broadway. And it's a free show. We're celebrating my son's 18th birthday. And like I said, we're going to have a couple performers, myself, my homie JC Murder. My son's going to perform for the first time. One of his peoples is going to perform for the first time. You know what I mean? So, and going to have maybe a couple other local acts and some food, and just it's going to be a little, you know what I mean? I don't expect too many people really, you know what I mean? Whoever wants to come down, and it's going to be mainly family and, you know what I mean, friends and some, a couple close people. That's about it. If you guys want to shoot through, come through too, you know what I mean? And yeah, anybody wants to come through, just, it's the February 17th, 7575 Broadway.
Most definitely, most definitely. We can most definitely be in the building. It's all ages, is that correct?
Yeah, it's all ages. You know
So
what I mean?
most definitely gonna be in the building. We might even go live here and there with a few of the performances and stuff like that on the Focus TV1 network. You know what I'm saying? Do it big like that.
Yeah.
For the 18th birthday, you never know. We might just tape the whole thing on the network. We're gonna do something. We most definitely coming down. And we'll do our thing, support and all that. Most definitely. Like I say, you've been tuned into the Focus TV1 network. Focus, the magazine live with your man Teflon, the creator Taylor, and 5280 JB live in the building. And y'all stay tuned. We got a lot coming up. Y'all stay tuned. This week it's gonna be we got some things coming up. We got some young youth that's doing some big things that we're gonna be out interviewing them. We got a couple of documentaries and stuff like that we're working on. Shout out to Brick City Boxing Academy out there in Denver, Colorado. We headed your way, but into the next, most definitely we're gonna have you back on. Actually, we're gonna be at that. We're gonna the birthday party. That's when y'all gonna see JB and family on the Focus TV1 network. Your man Teflon Taylor. I'm out. Until the next. See ya.
Calm down. Yo, this your body, put in my heart for lockdown, oh lockdown. Yo, you sweet life, phantom. If I tell you, say I love you, no day for me, young girl, oh young girl. No, tell me, no, oh, baby, calm down.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. May the truth be told. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Got to keep it gangster, cause soon as I let my guards down, they think I'm playing. They start acting like a hold up now. I gotta reach out and touch them and show them something. Can't stop the grind, so you best stop all in front. Nah, see I'm an amateur. I keep on smiling Joe when I'm in the rage. I stop the hold up. Coated in the blizzard, my nizzle, you better keep it real. Back of that gold, the curb and that's the deal. Just popping that board. That's what you want in the game. You step only by a true and you step to blame. She ain't hold. I'm a real gangster back. Cause I'm out stacking racks. I'm allergic to being broke. That's why I keep the gutter. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. May the truth be told.
The Focus TV1 Network. Sports Talk ENT1. Powered by Focus. Sponsored by Focusing on the Youth.
Sports Talk.
Also sponsored by Commit to Fitness.
Sports Talk.
Commit to Fitness. The first step is commit. Live in the
Sports
building.
Talk. Sports Talk. Sports Talk. ENT1. Sports Talk. ENT1 is right. Sports Talk. ENT1. Yeah, Sports Talk. ENT1 is right. Sports Talk. ENT1. Yeah, Sports Talk. ENT1 is right. Sports Talk. ENT1. Yeah, Sports Talk. ENT1. Sports Talk. ENT. Yeah, let's get it.
The Focus TV1 Network. Sports Talk ENT1. Powered by Focus.me. Sponsored by Focusing on the